Hello, this is Matthew Armstrong with an update of my polyphasic sleep experiment. I completed 30 days of polyphasic sleeping. It was supposed to be 2 hours in every 24, which is the Uberman sleep cycle. I was managing 3 hours in any 24, averaging. Sometimes it was 2, sometimes it was 3. It worked out to be an average of 3 hours sleep in any 24 hours that I had throughout from day 1 to day 30, with no ill effects, no ill health effects or anything like that, and able to operate with full mental clarity and everything as well. And I was sleeping 20 minutes every 4 hours ongoing, and then the odd time I would just oversleep or I'd need an extra nap or something like that, and that would just bring it up to the 3 hours. The reason I think that it turned out to be 3 hours, not 2 hours, that I couldn't get it down to the 2 hours, because I was really trying to get that, especially in the last couple of weeks. I think the reason why is because of the cold. I think just in the winter time when it's cold, like animals like to hibernate, I think it's just more natural to want to sleep a little bit more. And so I think probably because of the cold, because we live in a cold house, which isn't really meant for winter, it's more of a summer house. So there's no, it's whatever temperature is outside, the same temperature inside. So it was pretty cold, and I think that was the reason why I needed that little bit of extra sleep to keep me working at my optimal. So got to the 30 days, and I still wasn't sure whether I was going to keep on going with it. I was still in two minds, will I keep going with it after the 30 days? Because I wanted to give it 30 days, give it a really good shot to see, does this work? Because I'd seen so much stuff about it, and I read a lot of stuff about it and watched videos online, and read different people's blogs who said they did it, and I wanted to know whether it was really possible. I was very curious about it. So I did 30 days, and yes, it does work. It does work, sleeping polyphasically, taking naps every 4 hours for 20 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever. It does work, and you can live optimally. One thing that went to my advantage was my high level of health. I see a lot of people that do it and they get sick in the first week because their immune system is low, and then it just goes lower because they're going through some deep sleep deprivation over the first week or two until you adjust to this. So I think that's one of the reasons why I was able to do it while so many weren't. So many people got sick and said, oh, it doesn't work, I got sick, whatever. I think it's just getting over that obstacle the first couple of weeks, and then you're pretty much golden after that. So anyway, I got to the 30 days, and I still wasn't sure whether I was going to do it. And just coming up to Christmas, we were invited out for Christmas lunch. So we went out, so I missed my 1 o'clock, on the 30th day, I missed my 1 o'clock sleep, and because I was out. And then I think I must have drank something with caffeine, and I drank some tea. They had no herbal teas, so I drank regular Spanish tea, and it must have had caffeine in it, because then on my 5 o'clock sleep, I wasn't able to sleep. On my 9 o'clock sleep, I wasn't able to sleep. And then on my 1 a.m. sleep, I woke up from my 1 a.m. sleep, and I was just so tired, and it was so cold, that I said, look, I've done my 30 days, that's it. I was in no mood to get out of bed and keep going at that stage. I was thinking, okay, this is going to happen more over Christmas, where I've been invited to different things. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it a break for 2 weeks over Christmas, New Year, and then make a decision in the New Year whether I want to start it up again. Maybe when the weather starts getting a bit warmer again, might start it up again. So that's what happened. So there's a few negatives to it, where you've got to have this very, very strict routine. You have to kind of be a little bit anal about things. I've got to get my nap. No matter what you're doing, you have to go and get your nap. I remember like a bodybuilder friend of mine, he had to eat every 3 hours, no matter what. And you could be out with him somewhere, and he'd just disappear because he had to go and eat. And it's kind of like this, the polyphasic sleep. No matter what, you have to sleep every 4 hours. So even if you're out about town, you're shopping, you're like, well, I have to go and lie down in the car, roll the seat back, and get you 20 minutes. So that's a negative point of it, where you have to be very, very routine like that. And it doesn't work for everybody, especially in different work, employment, kids, whatever. So, but if you can do it, it definitely does work. And even if you want to do it for a short period of time, where maybe you want to have more time to do a project, write a book, do something, and that's what a lot of great philosophers and wise people of the past, like Leonardo da Vinci. He did a type of polyphasic sleep. Buckminster Fuller, even I think Tesla did it as well, and also the guy who invented the light bulb, name just escapes me right now, Tesla's nemesis. The two of them, they both did polyphasic sleep, and they actually used to say to each other who slept less. They were in competition with each other of who slept the least. So people like that, they did it in the past when maybe they were doing their experiments and they had to put a lot of time and a lot of energy to do it as well. So some of the main positive points of the polyphasic sleep is definitely you have a lot more time. You have a lot more time in your hands, and one of the biggest excuses people have in the world of why they don't do the things they want to do, love to do, whatever, is that they don't have the time. And that's one thing it does give you, is it gives you a lot more time to do these things. Also, another big positive point was the dreaming, the lucid dreaming. That was pretty amazing. I've had I am a lucid dreamer. I do lucid dream at times, but this was just even more so. And I knew each night when I went to sleep that I was going to lucid dream. It wasn't a maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. So doing the lucid dreaming was fantastic. Out of body experiences, astral type travel, where you're actually falling asleep and seeing yourself fall asleep. Got to the stage where I was actually observing myself falling asleep and being conscious throughout my whole sleep, but I was still sleeping and going into dreams and manifesting realities and things like that in my dream state. And that was just awesome. So that was another big positive point that I liked. And then you can become more creative. Creative things come to you as well when you're in that state. And that's why a lot of people like Da Vinci and Buckminster Fuller would have done it, because it made them more creative as well. The main negative point is the restriction you have on your routine. You've got to have a strict routine where you've got to nap every 4 hours, and if you miss 1 or 2 naps, it puts you in a bit of a deficit, and you have to get into it again, and that can take a couple of days. So you've got to be very strict on your naps, and again, depending on your lifestyle, that just might not work for you. And since I've stopped it over Christmas, it is like taking a break. It is almost like taking a holiday from it, where I don't have to think about what time is it. Is it my nap time every single 4 hours? I don't have to think about that anymore. So that is actually that feels good to have a break from that as well. Health-wise, I haven't had any, because a lot of people think, oh, that's so bad for your health. It's going to do this to you, that to you. But it hasn't had any detrimental effects on my health whatsoever. Just in the early stages, once I got past the sleep deprivation after the first probably 10 to 14 days, I think, the next few weeks, totally fine, clear at all times. The only thing was I've got a little bit of water retention on my ankles. I think that was from when I take my naps. I didn't take my socks off, and also because I probably got my feet more during the day and less time horizontal. But I quickly sorted that out by just taking my socks off, raised my legs up on some pillows when I took my naps, and that was gone in a day or two. So those are the only health things, but nothing serious whatsoever really. Very, very easily managed. So I was still able to train intensely when I did it. Still able to do muscular workouts, strength workouts, and build muscle, build strength, recover fast. So really no problem with athletic performance in that respect either. Mental clarity was good. So this does work. That's what I wanted to experiment. I wanted to find out, because it can be very, very useful to do at times. Very, very useful for humans to do at times, to do this type of polyphasic sleeping. So it was a success. The only thing that bothered me was the cold. That was it. So I may start it up again in the first coming months of the new year, when it starts to warm up a bit, and start it again, and we shall see how it goes. But thanks for following along on this study. It's been interesting for me. It's been interesting to share, and it's helped me. It's motivated me to do it more, because I'm putting up these videos and because I've got you commenting and spurring me on, or even if you're telling me it's not going to work or it's impossible, that spurs me on as well. That's actually like a red flag to a bull telling me something's impossible. So thanks for that as well. That's about it. Once I start it up in the new year, I'll make some more videos about it and talk about it more, and we shall see how it goes. Until then, make sure you subscribe, comment, favorite the videos, share the videos, and keep following on, keep tuning in. And there's a lot more interesting stuff to come in the new year, bring on 2012. My name is Matteo Armstrong. Take care.